What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo. Today, we take it back a little bit to some Reputation era Taylor. Now, of course, if you guys have been following the channel since the beginning, this was like when I embarked on my journey of Taylor Swift back in 2019. This was a big piece of it. Like, I did the Reputation tour. I watched all of it. There was just so much to experience. Like, to have a comeback like that, to be able to take all that adversity, put it into an album, and more importantly, be able to take that emotion and energy that you felt, put it into a full tour, that takes a lot of talent. So I had an incredible time doing that. So this is gonna make me nostalgic anyways. But today we are gonna be checking out Taylor Swift and Bryan Adams doing Summer of '69. Now, I didn't see this because I didn't see a lot. If she did like from tour to tour, city to city, if she did collaborations with somebody as a special guest, I actually didn't see those. I just watched whatever the Netflix iteration of the Reputation tour was. So having said that, this is going to be fun. We're going to get a little bit more of that Reputation energy. I want to give a huge shout out to Liv over on Patreon for actually requesting this video. Thank you so much for just like always being so supportive. You're the best. I gotta say, before we get into this, make sure you guys check out Patreon. I don't do advertisements here. I don't really get monetized on anything, but all of my support and supporters support me over on Patreon. So if you want to check that out, I do a lot of exclusive content over there. When it comes to Taylor Swift, there's literally so many. I think just recently we did the 1989 Secret Sessions in New York. That was a really fun video to check out. The vibes were just on point. I've done, oh my God, like Long Pond Sessions, Watch Party. We've done the 1989 tour. We've done little behind the scenes stuff, uncut album reactions. So if you're interested in any of those things, make sure to go check out Patreon. But with all those things out of the way, I'm excited to get back into some Reputation era.
It's just one of my favorite songs ever written. It's not one of
I really wish I could have gone to this tour.
But I was wondering, like, you guys have been singing so loud all night, but I really wanted to see how loud it could be, right? Like, how loud can this singing possibly be? So if you can save in your voice for a moment in the show.
You know what I gotta say, after watching the Journey to Fearless on Patreon, like how excited she was at the end of that to be able to perform at a stadium. It's so amazing because you could tell how real that emotion was. Now, fast forward, what, 8 years or whatever past that, and she does an entire tour that is all stadiums. Like, that kind of growth is something that I will always fucking appreciate and cherish. And I feel like an artist like Taylor Swift absolutely deserves that. So just because it had to be a comeback situation didn't matter. She's going to sell all those out. And the beauty of her and like the reach and power she has these days, she will forever be able to sell out stadiums like that. Like, you get to a certain level, you can do that forever. So it's so cool to see.
This is the moment.
So fucking cool. I fucking love that. Like, I've always been such a fan of her doing these live collaborations anyways. I always love the guest features that she has just because she seems like such a great host. She brings out really good energy and she always matches the energy of the person she's with. But also her like just like trotting around with a guitar is always so fucking sick to me. Haha! I also love seeing her just so fucking stoked. Bryan looks like he's having a fucking great time doing this too. Woo! Yes. You know what? It's just like, you know that she's a fan of this. And I think that's one of the things that makes it just, I guess, like even more impactful, right? Like, you know, she's a fan. She's a fan of this style. This song was probably a major favorite of hers growing up. And just like the next level of it, like knowing that her band was probably so excited to be able to do this with Bryan Adams. Like, there's just so many layers to a moment like this. And I don't know, I guess like for me, I totally nerd out about this shit because the more that I've seen of Taylor behind the scenes, like, yes, I love Taylor on stage and the music of Taylor, but like, to me, my favorite part is like her personality and sort of her grind to get where she's at now. Because if you've not seen any of that, she worked her ass off to get everything that she has. And so when I go into a performance like this and I see the smile on her face and I see the energy matched on stage, like, to me, that radiates something so much bigger than just listening to the song. But in turn, it helps because all of that energy is put into this song. And I think it just like really moves a crowd. And she could go up there and cover this song and it would be fucking great because it's Taylor. But having, I don't know, I guess having this kind of chemistry and energy on stage makes it way more than just being a song. Like, yeah, you're watching a performance, but you're seeing a lot more than just, oh, they're just covering the song. Like, no, they're fucking having a moment together and this is sick and I'm so glad to be a part of it.
Toronto, you need to tell Bryan Adams how you feel that he decided to come and surprise you.
Yes. So many people, but it's what she deserves. Look at this. This is fucking great. Oh my God. You know her band is just loving this. You can just hear it in the drums. Oh man, where's emo guitar guy that's absolutely shredding right now? The fucking energy, it's just unmatched. Aww.
Toronto, make the most noise you can possibly make for Bryan Adams.
She just, like, to me, anytime she has somebody featured on her tour or for a surprise guest spot, whatever, and we saw some of this with the 1989 tour, she's this excellent host. And she always finds a way to make sure that the person that is there is comfortable and that they practice together to make sure that it goes off like perfect little harmony, perfect chemistry. And all of that really matters because in a performance like this is a huge stadium, and this song has probably been covered by thousands of bands over the course since its release. I feel like this is just one of those songs that people enjoy covering because it's an instant classic and there's just so many things you can do with it. Now, what I love about this though is the fact that, one, I'm a pretty big fan of Taylor. I think you know that, as well as the fact that she keeps her band pretty consistent. So through the time of being able to see them do these different performances and stuff, I've pretty much kind of like grasped onto like them as musicians. I know they were excited to perform this because it's just one of those songs that like you want to do and you want to do a good job. You want to give it justice. And if that is not true to you, listen to the guitar riffs in this and listen to the drums. Like, so much power being brought into those, and it just like radiated through this crowd. Huge fan of that. Because she's such a great host, she does such a good job getting the most out of whoever's with her. So in the case of Bryan right now, like, big ass smile on his face this entire time. You got him like headbanging a little bit, like having a great time. She's matching that so well. And the smiles that are on both of their faces throughout this entire time. And I say this a lot. If I go to see somebody play and they're just standing up there playing and like, I feel like they don't really care to be there, that hurts. Because I mean, like, what an awesome time, you know, to have. And even though life happens, like if you're in a band, like, yeah, you can't always give 1000% if you don't have it. But I feel like even when Taylor Swift is having like a bad day or like a bad time, you would never know when she gets on stage. It's like she takes everything that's going on in that moment and channels it in to that performance that she's doing. So, you know, she hits a sad song, we're getting that kind of emotion and stuff. But what I love is that in a moment like this, like all the hugs, all the high fives, all the head banging, Taylor walking around just like playing the different riffs on this, and the genuine look of appreciation for Bryan to be there and the passion on both of them for getting a chance to do this. To me, that makes this everything, because I feel like this is one of those songs that, because it's covered so much, I don't think that it is musically the most difficult thing that either of them are doing. I think we know that to be true. This band is obviously incredibly talented. This was not difficult for them. However, just because it's easy doesn't mean you can't make it like fucking memorable. And you get that here. And I think a lot of that does come down to the fact that during the Reputation tour, the energy was at such a high level as we were seeing like show after show. There's just so many big moments, so many incredible, like high fucking like energy, just want to stage dive, just want to scream at the top of my lungs moments. And this is another moment. You can even see Taylor giving it her absolute all. She is sweating. She is like nailing these notes. And I mean, Bryan, it's kind of cool because like Bryan is like just chilling over there. He's getting into it a little bit. He just looks perfect. Not a bead of sweat. That guy is just doing his thing. Taylor is giving it her all in this. And I love that because, again, I don't care what the vocals sound like in this song. We've heard the original. We've heard the song covered, right? I don't care what it sounds like, though sonically it was great. I want to know what that performance is going to be like. And that's like perfectly on point for what we got in this. Just an incredible high energy performance. I'm obviously very fucking hyped after watching this. I'm definitely going to listen to this again now. Maybe on speakers instead of the headphones. Get the full effect of this. Yeah, if it was the Netflix quality of video, that would have been cool too, just to see more of kind of the chemistry on stage. But overall, I'm really fucking stoked about this. And again, leading back to the idea that Taylor really did for every tour that she's done where she's had guest appearances come on, she is always top notch and an excellent host. I saw that in the 1989 tour, and it's something that I've never forgotten about since then. And so I always look forward to these moments when we get to see another collaboration, because I know that it's going to be absolutely fucking great. So huge shout out to Liv over on Patreon for actually requesting this video. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are thinking about this performance. And is there another performance that she did in a city that I haven't seen that you guys think I totally need to see? I would love to know that in the comments. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.